The iPhone 14 was one of the most anticipated iPhones, with millions of people wondering how they would be able to top a phone such as the iPhone 13, which was undoubtedly Apple's best and arguably most successful iPhone. It received praise like no other phone. Its minimalistic design combined with the best performance, battery, and camera of a flagship iPhone at that time. The hype and anticipation for the next iPhone were out of this world. Leaks and rumors went around of how Apple would change the design of the iPhone once again, and talks of satellite connectivity with the new phone. This was gearing up to be a bigger launch than any of Apple's previous phones. Then came the fall of 2022. As Apple was ready to launch the iPhone 14 and the 14 Pro models, with a brand new design change featuring a new pill-shaped software, the Dynamic Island, which would act as a replacement for the notch and a multitasking tool. People were skeptical of the new design changes and weren't pleased at what Apple had done. While the Pro models were received fairly well, it was the standard iPhone 14 that made this lineup of phones one of the worst in the iPhone's history. But the reason the phone was so heavily criticized was that it was practically a clone of the previous and far superior iPhone 13. See, as I previously mentioned, Apple added all those new features. What I didn't tell you is that they were only added to the Pro models and weren't added to the base iPhone 14. And the upgrades that the iPhone 14 got were so minimal that the average person wouldn't be able to tell a difference between the iPhone 13 and 14. Not to mention that the iPhone 14 was also much more expensive than the standard iPhone 13,
which wasn't justified at all since the iPhone 14 also had a lot of problems.
This, along with the previously mentioned price bump, made the phone even worse than it already was. Also at that time, Apple was being sued for purposefully slowing down their older phones with software updates. This, combined with the disastrous iPhone 14, completely crumbled the reputation of Apple. Overall, the iPhone 14 was a lazy attempt at an upgrade that promised new features and a better experience, but delivered on it with bugs, glitches, and lazy decision-making that made it one of the worst iPhones ever. Like what you see? Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.